see if I can find an in. Oh, there's an in right there. So yeah, it's been a busy morning. Got my granddaughter off to school. My grandson's still asleep, so yay for me. I get to work on my picky pad until he gets up. As soon as I hear him, I'll have to stop. Let's get this chain out of here, and that should get me an in to the other, what is that? To the other charms in here, and then I could probably, once I get some of these chains off right here, then I could reach that credit card right there. So yeah, okay. But yeah, busy morning, and I always oh, this one's it's being tough on me. Oh my gosh, I can see in my microphone some star glitter. That's hilarious. Oh, this already came off a little bit. Oh, let's make room here. There we go. So, yeah, okay, let's pull this one here. Let's see. Okay, I can already tell this is going to be a tough one here. Okay, come on. But anyway, I always start. I can feel this one here. I'm going to go for it. Little pink flower. Oh, is it? Yeah. Big flower there. I start my day, before I take my granddaughter to school, I read the news. Usually read the news, and there's at least one opinion or article that catches my attention. And today, I don't know, I'm just so fascinated with the real estate market, and a bunch of cute little blue stars with the real estate market. It just is so fascinating to me. I'm sure it is to a whole lot of people, but I read that the New York Times has this calculator out, another pink. There's going to be a lot of pink. Another pink flower. There's going to be, or they put out their rent versus buy calculator. And after I read Ramit Sethi's, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, I hope I am, book, and then I listened to his podcast and, read articles that he had written or were written about him. He is like totally for renting over buying a house. And then, so they have this cool calculator on their site today that lets you put in, what you think you would rent or what you're renting for a month. And these have all gone, all the chains are right here. It's just so cool. So the Times had put this calculator that lets you, plug in your numbers and figure out. Come on. It's holding on there. It's probably all locked in with other chains, so I'm going to go for this flower. So it lets you put in your numbers, right? And figure out what would be better for you, renting or buying. And you can it's fun because you can put in all these different scenarios for what you would buy, how much you would pay a month for rent, all that. Some of it's not easy. You gotta figure out okay, what exactly would I be paying for taxes, stuff like that. So you're gonna take your time, if you really want the right calculation. Let's see here. There's a ton in there. Look at that. So, and my whole goal is to get to that credit card right there. So I'm gonna work my way like that. No, there's a star. A whole lot more charms to work with for the next Biggie Bad adventure. So, yeah, anyway, oh, there's some more silicone, and there's a star right there. I don't want to let these stars go. There's a little purple bead. Let's see, some more stars. Ooh, lots of fun little glittery stars. Love those, so I'm saving those. There's one right there. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so you plug in your numbers and then you can figure out what's better for you. Renting, buying, sometimes it's kind of a wash, it comes even. So I don't know, I struggle with it because then I think, oh my goodness, like at the end when you're retiring, do you really want to be renting? Or do you want to own your home? And I think, to be honest, I would like to be renting. I'd love to move around in retirement, like move around and not be settled in one place and just have that freedom. But then you don't have the freedom of rent free, because your house is paid off. But then if you think about it, like, is it really, I mean, you're still paying taxes, you're still paying for maintenance, upkeep, HOA, I mean, you're still paying a whole lot of stuff. And as the house ages, you're paying for even more, right? So does it all kind of, when it comes to that, does it kind of break even? I don't know. I mean, but I do love the idea of the freedom of being able to rent and move around. And I like, I don't know, I guess it depends on what you want, because a lot of people like the idea of just settling in and sticking to, a neighborhood where they've made friends with their neighbors, or they like the neighborhood, they like the house. So that plays into it too. If you're not just thinking in a numbers kind of way, that plays into it too. And then, man, it feels like I'm not making any progress towards this credit card here, but I can see it right there. Once I get to that beautiful pink rose, get that out, then I should be able to work. Oh, do I feel like, well, that's just the star I'm feeling right there. So I don't know, so I plugged in the numbers that I have, and it basically told me you're better off renting. I mean, I put that I wouldn't stay in a house for more than 10 years. It said on there, if you're not going to stay in a house, if you're only planning on staying in a house for like a couple of years, and it puts in, are you staying in a house for less than 10 years, then it's not worth it to own the house. You're better off renting. And it also, what Ramit Sethi had said, or says all the time, is that if you're going to rent and not own a home, then you are really doing yourself a disservice if you do not invest any kind of savings that you are, earning because of renting. And he's saying when you rent, you are going to save even just a little bit more than if you were owning a home, because when you're owning that home, okay, everybody, I'll be back. Grandson is awake. Look who's here. So far, he's just eating breakfast. So he's pretty quiet. Let's see how long it lasts. So anyway, what I was saying was, I guess that's not going to work. Can you whisper too, Papa? Can you whisper? Yeah. I guess not. I'll come back again. Okay, so I'm back to try to get some more of this out and then work my way down to the credit card. I love that that's just coming off in its little pieces like that. So, okay. So back to what I was saying about renting. Oh, that's a long one. That's awesome. Look at that. Oh, by the way, in that small amount of time, I managed to paint my nails the ugliest color blue, but I'm just gonna leave them for now. Oh my goodness, here we've got one of my favorite things, a silicone indentation of what charm was there previously. It was that flower. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out and see if I can keep it in the shape that it was. Oh no, it's not. Come on, you can do it. Okay, here it comes. Oh no, darn. Oh well, it's still pretty cool that it was like in that shape. Let me see if I can at least get it off of there so I can show the shape. See it? Like kind of right there. Where'd that go? Okay. Keep my silicone over here. So okay, let's get back to this. So like I was saying, there's just a bunch of little small pieces of this chain coming off. I would prefer to rent if it didn't feel so guilty about it. I mean, it really is. I shouldn't feel guilty because I did the calculator, just a little pink bead, and it said that I'm probably in 10 years I would save more money renting, like a good sum of money renting than I would buying and paying a mortgage. But it's still so difficult, and then to think that you are, not mortgage free in retirement. But then I thought, wait a second, he's saying, Remy Sethi says, this financial advisor that I just think is just awesome. He's also on Netflix, by the way. This is just a little one. I'm just trying to get it up. Oh gosh, that one's a hard one. Let me just keep working my way down this way. Anyway, he says that as long as, so you'd be in a worse situation if you rent and then don't invest the money you save. The key point here is that when you rent instead of purchasing a home and paying a mortgage, is that you invest what you save so that when you get to retirement, you have made a good amount of money to live off of, to pay rent, because you will be renting because you don't own anything. Or, you might have the option to go and purchase something, if that's what you want, to purchase something in the end. So, that's just, and then he says that people come back at him and say, but, rent is sometimes really high. Well, actually, where I am, rent has gone down because the market is being flooded with quite a few homes and apartment complexes. And let me tell you, some of the apartment complexes here, they're one story. There's no one above you. And they're really nice. They're like luxury. They're a little bit more, but I mean, sometimes it's worth it with all the amenities. And then you can always, rent a house if that's what you really want. If you're going to rent, you could rent a house instead of renting an apartment. idea of pulling. Boy, I made this like hard to get into, didn't I? And it's scary because every time I bend it, I start to see the credit card right there, and I don't want to bend that. So then I'm like, no, take your time and just slowly pick at it and work your way down to it. I mean, the pink rose is right there, so if I just take my time and get it out, then I'll eventually get to that credit card easily without bending it. Oh, what was that? Another star. Okay. All right, let me get this. It's right there, ready to pop out. This is a cute little red or pink rose. Okay, now I can grab this maybe. What is popping out? Okay, I think I'm good. You know what? Honestly, I think I'll stop there for today and come back to it and make some progress on it another time. Get to that credit card right there. But yeah. Okay, well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for listening.